Three things were certain in the Ptolemaic dynasty: betrayal, greed, and death. For Berenice IV, it was no different. Everyone has a price they're willing to pay for power, and hers was death. But every story has a backstory. Shall we begin? Berenice IV was born in 77 BCE in Alexandria, Egypt, or what we call today modern-day Alexandria. But don't let the date fool you. Her world wasn't some romanticized version of ancient Egypt. The Ptolemaic dynasty, her family, had ruled for centuries, but by the time Berenice was born, it was a mess. Power-hungry rulers, constant backstabbing, and, of course, Rome's growing influence. Her father, Ptolemy XII, nicknamed Oletz, the flute player. Yes, you heard that right. The man was more interested in music and Roman bribes than actually ruling his kingdom. Now imagine being Berenice, growing up in a palace where loyalty was a joke, and every decision was made to keep Rome happy. She learned early that survival in her family wasn't about love, it was about power. And by the time she was a teenager, Berenice knew one thing: if she wanted to survive, she couldn't wait for someone to hand her power, she'd have to take it. When Ptolemy XII fled Alexandria in 58 BCE, he left behind chaos. Heavy Roman taxes had brought Egypt's people to the brink of rebellion, and his grovelling to Rome had earned him few friends at court. Enter Berenice IV. At just 18 years old, she saw an opportunity. She seized the throne, becoming co-ruler with her mother, or at least that's what the records suggest. History is a little fuzzy on Cleopatra V's fate. Some say she ruled alongside Berenice for a time, others say she mysteriously disappeared. Assassinated, maybe? You can guess who might have ordered it. What's clear is this: Berenice wasn't about to share power for long. She declared herself sole ruler of Egypt and made it clear she wasn't a puppet queen. Her first move, a strategic marriage to Seleucus VII Kibiosactis. But the marriage didn't last long. It ended with his execution. That's right, her first husband didn't even make it past the honeymoon. Berenice wasn't here to play by anyone's rules, not her father's, not Seleucus's, and definitely not Rome's. Berenice's defiance of Rome didn't go unnoticed. The Romans had grown used to weak rulers like her father, Ptolemy XII, rulers who paid their way into power with Egyptian gold. But Berenice? She wasn't playing their game. She refused to raise taxes to fund Roman wars. She refused to send more grain to feed Rome's legions. And most of all, she refused to let Rome dictate how she ruled her kingdom. Meanwhile, Ptolemy XII was in Rome, bribing his way back to power. With promises of Egypt's wealth, he convinced powerful Romans like Pompey to support his return. Back in Alexandria, Berenice was running out of time. She tried to rally support, but the cracks were already forming. Some of her advisors urged her to make peace with Rome, others whispered of betrayal. It was a lonely place to be. In 55 BCE, Rome came for Berenice IV. Her father returned with a Roman army. The Romans stormed Alexandria, cutting through any resistance. At just 19 years old, Berenice IV was captured, paraded through the streets, and executed. But here's the thing about history: it's written by the victors. And the victors don't tell the whole story. Berenice wasn't just a queen, she was a symbol. A reminder that even in the darkest moments, there are those who dare to fight back. And that's a story worth remembering.